the thing that we have to remember is like the tax code that we have right now is actually the tax code that everyone is fear-mongering about, right? Like we have a tax code that currently burdens the lowest earners more than the highest earners in our state. So like everyone is talking about, not to repeat, but like the slippery slope, we're already at the bottom of the slope, right? We have already slid down and we're kind of in a worst case scenario, the second worst case scenario in the United States. So we are fighting for a progressive tax code. We are fighting to ensure that the lowest and middle income earners are paying less in taxes than the highest income earners. And, if I don't know what will happen for future legislature. Like, well, we'd have to go through this process all over again, right? If they're going to if they decide to lower that deduction, we'd have to go through this process again. So they've kept that option open. But right now, the bill that we have actually indexes the $1 million deduction, so it will continue to increase over the next foreseeable future. I did some research on this, and I think in just a couple years, we'll have a deduction that will be $1 million and $51,000, just in like 5 years of a CPI adjustment. So that's what we see happening right now. That's what we'll see increasing. And just a reminder that we have the worst tax code, second worst tax code that we could possibly have for low income earners currently. I did some research just to determine the effective tax rate for people who would have to pay this. And if you are a household who is making $1.2 million and you might have to pay this tax, you would actually be paying the lowest effective tax rate of all the states that levy an income tax. So I think that's something else to hold on to, right? Like when you're thinking about this, we have to think beyond just the marginal rate. We have to actually think about the effective rate, the amount based on your income that you'd be paying. And yeah, it would increase with your income, right? Effective will depend on like taxation divided by total income. So if your income increases, that rate will go up. But for a $1.2 million household in Washington State, they'll be paying the lowest effective tax rate regardless still, right? So
Right.
yeah, I think that's kind of an interesting.